What is Joe Courtney's position on that bill?
Well, Joe Courtney sent me an email, and this is how uninformed these guys are. He said that the bill allows for farmers markets. In other words, they're not going to touch farmers markets, but it obliterates the farmers. See what I mean? That's what they do. When these guys submit these bills, it's like people like Monsanto, Novartis, DuPont, you know, that are very influential with their lobbyists, that are helping these guys write these bills. Yes, the farmers markets, they're very popular. Let's support the farmers market. All right? However, they crucify the farmer. Well, if the farmer's not there, you're not going to have a farmer's market. And he did, I'm sure he did in good faith, sent that email out, because that's what he's looking at. You know what I mean? But that's why we need to inform our legislators. Like DeLauro tried to pass a similar bill, 875. And that bill, the crosshairs were right on the small farmer. Wipe them out. They were in denial at first. And I worked with them. They attacked me as being hostile for criticizing their bill, right? And this is what you got to go through. It's partisan party politics. You got to say, no. I'm on your side of the table. I want to help. I want to give suggestions. I want to give support. I'm not your enemy. So after I penetrated that wall and worked with her ag rep, Brian, and Courtney's ag rep, his name's John Holly, the son of a dairy farmer. He's down in Washington. You know, after working with these guys and getting some decent dialogue going on, finally they put the bill to bed. But Rangel's bill's worse, you know. So if one comes up, another comes. So it's like I say, you know, those weeds are out there in the garden. I gotta do it. And all of us politically, what's happened to our garden in the United States is, you know, we just haven't been out there, you know, for whatever reason. Some of us have good reasons for not being there. Some of us don't. But we really need to get involved. Okay. Back to this. So,
after you soak the beans in the bucket, what do you use to strain them off? Just use your hand to keep everything from flowing out when you dump the water? Or you
what I do is see those colanders?
Oh, okay.
I have a colander that's the same diameter as the bucket, and I slide it down into the bucket, and then I dump it like that. That's a good question. That's a technical question. Okay, so now we got the peas there, all right? So what we do is we take these flats. These flats were gotten from Whole Foods. Whole Foods got wheatgrass. They were going to throw these out. So these are recycled as well. I got these for free, all right? So what we do is we lay these out on the table, and that's organic peat moss. We soak it first. You have to get it damp so it'll absorb water. We put it in the flat, and we spread the seed. These are buckwheat seeds in here. In the flat, they look like that, okay? And then what we do is we cover the flat like this, and the seeds think they're in the soil, and they'll rise, and in about 4 or 5 days, this thing will be up here like this, right?
Really?
Yeah. And
Pushes it right up?
that's, yeah, they'll pick it right up. That's when you know they're ready. So you take them off and you water them. And then what'll happen is they will, these are a week old, what you see over there. This is the first stage. Right? These I did Saturday morning. And these guys are about a week old. Now those will all go out to the greenhouse. We'll take a walk out there to see the next stage. Yeah, that's the buckwheat lettuce.
Now, what kind of lighting is this?
These are 200. They're expensive grow lights. So if you're going to do an operation yourself, probably you only have to invest in one. And any greenhouse service carries them. You know, anybody sells greenhouses and stuff like that, they carry these lights. And, well, you can look at their halogen. So, and that provides enough ultraviolet, you know, to feed the plant and keep them going. And I would suggest that if you start, if you're going to do it in the winter, that you just buy one light. And I always suggest when you're doing agriculture, especially new stuff, this is called niche marketing, that you start small. In other words, what you do is you take a nibble, all right? Just start small. Get your feel, like for instance, her daughter might start in this operation, all right? If she starts in the operation, first thing she'll do, she'll go to the restaurant that you eat at, you like. You got to make sure. That's the calling for this. You got to make sure, It's a restaurant that serves good food. Don't mess with anybody else. And then you ask them for the picket buckle. And you get that done, and you've made the contact. Well, what do you want those for? I'm going to do some sprouting. Do some sprouting? What kind? You know? I'm going to do some buckwheat pea shoots. Would you like some? Yeah. Well, here what you got is you got the bucket, you got the seed, you got your customer set up.
Well, why wouldn't you ask what kind you want?
Well, you would. I mean, you'd ask to tell us your question. Sometimes, you know, people have passion. Sometimes they don't have too much to tell us. So anyway, yeah, you ask them, you know, what they want, or make a list, or whatever. And you know, also you could ask them to make, what would he like? You know, what special thing would he like that? So, you got your bucket, you got your contact. So that much, the investment's probably about $4, right? So you make your sale's $20, right? So you're fine. Just that one little thing. Really small, once a week. You get the feel of it. And work that one for a while. Work the relationship with the chef, the regularity, how you handle the product. And once you get the feel of that, and you get another one, and another one. And that's how you begin to expand. So like I told the last group, like I'm the only one in this area doing this. The closest guy is up in Vermont. And I want some competition. You know, I would really like some competition. I'll have to work harder and do a better job. It's better for your health, right? So anyway.
Now, like when your sprouts are ready to go to the restaurant, how do you package them to get them there safely to make sure they don't get?
Good question, because I left that out in my own. All right. So you go to your friendly supermarket. There's two types of bags they carry. There's these and these that you can buy. All right. So you can get some labels made up. You know, you put your own logo on it, make up your own font. You know, and what you do is you put your product in here. You decide how many ounces. Now, what I do is, like, when I sell to supermarkets and stuff like that, I usually put 3 ounces of the buckwheat, and then, like, those sprouts there, I do 8 ounces in a bag like this. You fill them up, and I have the scales here. It's pretty accurate. It's a postal scale. You don't have to have one of those. It's just a scale that's pretty accurate. You weigh it. You find out what the weight of the product is there. You have your label. You write the name of the product, the weight, and some stores that I sell to, I put the price there for them so that they don't have to stamp. They kind of like it. You're saving them a little work. Like that, and that's it. And you can put them there. Now, if you're going to sell to a restaurant and you're buying large quantities from you, you can use these larger bags here, you know, and you can put more product in those bags. Your weigh them, same thing, you put the label on the outside.
Do they need to be refrigerated?
Yes, you have to refrigerate everything. Except while they're sprouting, you know, now, if you put them out 24 hours and it looks like the sprouts aren't long enough, you can leave them out at room temperature a little bit longer so that the sprouts will get bigger. Once you put them in the fridge, they stop sprouting. With the exception of the organic red winter wheat berries, even though, because they're organic winter wheat berries, they will continue to sprout in the cold. And you have to kind of work them apart because they kind of like to stick together like a wheat berry cookie, you know. So.
Which grocery stores do you sell to?
Pardon?
Which grocery stores do you sell to?
I sell to the Willimantic Food Co-op. I sell to Puritan and Genesta and Vista. And I sell, there's a No Egg Universal. The guy that runs that, he's like a real old timer. He's one of these guys where his store is like an extension of his hands. He's sold it to his store. It's like his soul is in his store. He loves the product. And I always give him a bag, you know, to take home and eat. And then my product is really unique because it's got the regular greens. I put shiso in it, which is a Japanese anti-parasitic herb, and it has a very strange, exotic taste. I put Asian greens, Italian greens, you know, and so it's quite a different kind of fresh mixture that you get. So,
Do you use any seaweed in your compost?